Hi everyone, this is Julia. Welcome. I wanted to, before we get started formally, to ask you to go grab 2 blocks or 2 tins. I'm using 2 tins for this class. Well, not tins, spaghetti containers. So I think that these will be very, very helpful. If you do use blocks in your practice, you do not need them at home. And I'm also going to ask that you grab some of your cushions. So this is my stash. It's literally couch cushions. You can use pillows. I have a blanket in this packet. So you're going to grab anything that you can and just make sure that you have stuff that's comfortable for you. I also want to ask that you get a sweater because we'll need a sweater for after. And we'll begin in about 1 minute. So go and run and get those things now and we'll start. If you're just tuning in now, I asked if you could get 2 things that you can put your hands on because we'll be bending forward. And I'm using spaghetti tins because this is a super accessible class. I want people to be able to do it, and I think that you don't need props if you don't have them. I'm also asking that people have a bunch of blankets and cushions from their couches, so that you can be comfortable for the yin portion of this class. Okay, so hopefully you're all running and grabbing that stuff now. And I'll start with a brief introduction for those of you who don't know me. My name is Julia Gibran. It is an honor to be part of the Modo community. I am so moved and so touched that the entire Modo community has been coming together and offering live stream classes. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I feel like Modo has given me the opportunity to do this during this time of global crisis. For those of you that don't know, I'm a social worker as well, and my work has been for the last decade or so working with youth and adults in building resiliency in the face of trauma. And I think that we're all feeling that sort of low-grade trauma in our systems right now, that sort of anxiety, that tension in our bodies, and the beauty that kind of comes alongside that is what I see in the community of people coming together and nurturing and trying to love each other and connect over this medium in order to still be with our bodies and connect with each other. So I hope that you enjoy this offering. It is a Modo Yin class. And if you're newer to Modo, the standing series of this will be predominantly, again, standing should be mostly accessible. I don't want to presume it'll be accessible for everyone. So please just do what you can. It'll be a bit more active and heating of the body, but not too much. And then the floor sequence is what we call a yin sequence. And yin is slow and steady, and it won't be yin in the sense will be warm, of getting into our connective tissue as much, but it'll be yin in the sense of grounding, cooling, and stilling the body, which I think is really important during this time. I'm coughing, I'm not sick. I have a bit of allergies. I also think that this sequence, the intention behind it is to stimulate our systems, which maybe have been very still from being in isolation, and also then grounding and calming our systems, which are overstimulated naturally during this time. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to hit up my mat now and begin. Okay. So we're going to start with a standing meditation because it'll be the most easy to do. Spreading your toes nice and wide. And if you have kids, I wanted to say this to you, to all my little kiddos, please join in, do what you can, run around your parents' mats, all good. Okay? Palms facing forward, let's roll the shoulders up, straight back and down. And just start to notice your feet, either closing or lowering your eyes. and rocking the weight backwards and forwards in your feet. And then noticing your breath. I'm running and getting a glass of water on this live stream. Stay where you are. Keep breathing. And as you stand here, just beginning to tune into where you feel in your body any sensation. So sensation could be something like tightening or warmth or coolness, spaciousness, just noticing. And then take your left hand to your chest and your right hand to your belly. And just start to breathe. This is Peter Levine's holding technique to support trauma. Oh my God, this cough came out of nowhere. And then release your hands, bring them by your side. Opening your eyes will begin. Hands coming to the chest. Take a breath in. Interlace your hands, push your palms down. Inhale, everyone. Press your palms forward. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Look up. Exhale, bring your hands together. Interlace at the chest. Push your palms down and look down. We'll do this 4 more times. So inhaling, palms press forward, press your feet down, lengthening as you reach up. Exhaling, hands coming together. Interlace at the chest. Push your palms to the floor. Breathe in. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. And out. And release your arms. Take a moment of pause, just noticing how that breath feels in your body. And we'll move on to half moon. So inhaling, reaching your arms up. You can interlace your fingers, release your index, cross your thumbs. You can flip your palms towards the ceiling, or you can release an arm. We're going to go over to the left first. So take a breath in. On your breath out, lengthen and extend. Inhale, find length. Exhale, reach to the left. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. And then from here, release your arms, everyone, like a beach ball. You can do this with one hand as well. Okay, and just step your right foot out and to the right. If you're doing the other side, just step the opposite foot out. Okay, so we're kind of taking a lengthening and a leaning. And then option to lift that extended leg. So just waking the leg up this morning. Take a breath in, or this afternoon. Full breath out. And then step your feet together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Big shoulder roll, breathe in. And out and down. Okay, other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlacing your fingers anyway. Maybe your non-dominant grip this time will come up and over to your opposite side. Doesn't matter which side right now. If you did one version on one side, it may feel good to do the same thing on the other side, but you have 3 breaths, and we're just working on feeling the stretch down the side of the body. Waking up all those muscles, ligaments, tendons. And then if you're deep in the pose, inhale, come about partially of the way up, reach the arms up, step the left toe or that leg out to the side. Hold, so working on balance, or maybe lift the leg. Take a breath in. Full breath out. And then slowly come back to standing. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Take a big shoulder roll. And we'll work into moving chair. So step your feet hip distance apart. It can be a little wider if that feels better for your hips. We're going to inhale, reach the arms overhead, moving chair just to warm our body. And on your exhale, sit back and down. Okay? On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, bend the elbows, stretch the chest, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, sit. So movement and breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. We're going to do this 3 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, stretch the chest. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale and sit. This will be our last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. So we're going to hold here for about 2 to 3 breaths. You can close your eyes. You can lower your eyes. Okay, and then we'll inhale, come right up to standing. Big breath in. Exhale, big circle. And we'll give those shoulders a nice roll. And come to stillness. Take a breath in. And a breath out. So you can stay facing forward, but I'm going to turn sideways on my mat now so you get a better picture. And we're going to move into eagle pose. So eagle pose, we're going to inhale and reach the arms up. And on your exhale, we're going to bring our our left arm underneath the right. Okay. And we're going to bend the knees and we're going to lift the left leg, and you can put your left toe on your can. You can put it on the floor or you can keep it lifted in the air. That's up to you. Okay. And you can also grab opposite shoulders here. So we're working on balancing of the right leg. Take a moment to get into the pose. Take a breath in, a breath out. Inhale. On your exhale, release your arms, take your hands to your hips, lift your left leg. Totally okay if you lose your balance. And just step it back a bit. So we're coming into a lunge. Reach your arms back, take an inhale. And on your exhale, take your hands down to your cans. Okay, so we're in a lower lunge. Some of you may have your hands on the floor. We're going to move into a twisted lunge. We're going to reach the right arm up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Some of you may choose to have your back knee on the floor, which is awesome. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. And on your exhale, take your right hand back to your can. Bend your back knee, step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, big stretch. And on your exhale, we're going to do the other side. So this time we're going to take our left arm underneath the right, our right arm underneath the left, our right leg on top of the left leg. Remember, your right toe can rest on your can, it can rest on the floor, or you can keep it lifted. You can also grab opposite shoulders. And then focus on one spot. So especially if you're newer to the practice, just doing your best, listening to my voice, and just focusing on one spot to find your balance. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, we're going to release the arms, we're going to release the leg, and step the right foot back this time. Okay, reach the arms back, breathe in. And on your exhale, take your hands down to your jars, cans, or the floor. You're welcome to stay here, or one hand on your jar. Lift your left arm up. Remember, back knee is welcome to the floor. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. And on your exhale, hand goes down to the floor or jar. Lift your back knee if it was down and step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Take a big breath in. Reach your arms up. Big stretch. Exhale, relax your arms by your side. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. And just close your eyes for a moment. Allow the poses that we've just done to settle in your body. This practice is as much about the moments between poses as the moments themselves, as the poses themselves. So we really want to tune into the breath moving in our body, the heat building, just the sensations that are going on versus just perfecting the pose itself. All right, let's take our hands to our hips, feet are hip distance, and we're going to step our right foot back, and we're going to set up warrior one. So the right heel is on the floor, the right toe is at a 45-degree angle. We're just working towards the hips being centered, but they don't have to be perfect. Arms go up, take a breath in. Exhale as you lunge into your front knee, left knee on top of the left ankle if possible. One more breath in. And for my kiddos joining, spread the fingers like sunshine, really expressing through your fingertips. And then go ahead, open to warrior two. Right arm goes back, left toe straight forward, and then reaching the arms out. And just looking at your left middle finger. And that's your focal point for the next 2 breaths. Okay, we're going to move this one, guys. We're going to bring our right hand down. Inhale, look up, reverse warrior. Exhale into triangle. Your front leg can be straight for this. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Left wrist against the left inner thigh. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And we're going to bring our hands to our jars or the floor. Turn up onto your right toes. Take a big bend into that back knee and step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. So you can either roll up from here if it's better for your back, or inhale, flat back, reach your arms up, big stretch. And exhale, hands to the heart or arms by your side. 2 breaths between sides. Dropping in, noticing your breath. Okay, other side. Hands to hips. Left foot steps back now. Left heel rooting on the floor. On your inhale, reach your arms up. I'm going to stay here for a couple breaths. Some people like looking up, some people like looking straight forward, some people even like resting their arms a bit. One more inhale. And on your exhale, let's open up. So right arm forward, left foot walks back. We're looking for a heel, right heel to left arch alignment. Arms reaching out. This time you're staring at your right middle finger as your focus. Okay, let's inhale, reverse. Exhale to triangle. Inhale, you can move your gaze with this. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. For the transition, inhale, reverse. On your exhale, it's like a cartwheel, hands to your cans. Left heel lifts, take a big bend, step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. So a few options here. You can keep your hands on your tins. You can take your index and middle fingers, peace fingers, hook the inside of your big toes. Breathe in for length. Breathe out to fold. Okay, if folding forward isn't the most accessible for you, you can kind of take a flat back. You can sit on a chair and fold. And we're here for about 3 or 4 breaths. Okay, start to soften those knees, everyone. And then very gently, we're going to roll our spines up 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, big stretch up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands coming to your heart. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Nice. Okay, releasing your arms. We're going to take a couple steps back so that we're in the middle of the mat. Take your hands to your hips and take a small step forward with your left foot and just extend your right toes out and behind you. So you're in the shape right now and you're in the pose. This is the pose. If this is great, finding balance here, please stay. You can also extend the arms by your side. And if you would like to try lifting the back leg, go ahead. And then we're working with shoulders and hips staying in line. And you're welcome to lift the back leg even more, like so any amount that feels good for you. And we're here for about 2 or 3 breaths. My leg's shaking, I'm on the carpet. Okay, let's step our right foot back, our left foot back. Inhale, reach the arms up, big stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes or lower your eyes again. Tuning in between poses. Checking in with your heart rate. Checking in with your heart. Okay, other side. So we will take hands to hips. Step your right foot forward. Left toes point. You're holding here or slowly lifting the back leg. Arms can come out. Remember, you can play with it. You can lift the leg, put it down. And then those of you that want to lift the leg even more, go ahead, rolling the left hip down. A little bit of softness in the right knee. If you tend to hyperextend, engage the inner line of your left leg. 1 more breath in. Full breath out. And we'll change. So stepping left foot back. Stepping right foot back, inhale, big stretch up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathing in. Breathing out. All right, dancer's pose. So again, I'll do this sideways. So we're rooting down through our left foot. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the right arm down and just extend your right toes back. So this might be it. This might be your dancers today. Really expressive. We're still lifting and engaging through the abdomen. If you'd like to play with bending your right knee and putting the toe on the floor, that's great. If you want to grab the foot, you can. All right, so you're either here, and if you want to start pressing forward, go ahead. You're just working on lifting up as much as you're pushing back. And we're here for about 3 to 4 breaths. Okay, so remembering at any time, taking a different expression of the pose is wonderful. Last breath in. full breath out. And change. Both feet come together, reach up, big breath in, and release the arms. Pause. 2 to 3 breaths in pause, feeling your entire body. Extending some love and gratitude for yourself, for your families, for anyone around you during this time, whether that's one person by phone or whether that's a plethora of individuals in your home. Just gratitude for your health right now, and extending love towards the world for the world's health, to our planet for supporting us. And we'll take that into the other side of dancers, okay? So this time, we're going to reach the arms up. Let me turn this way. Okay, we're going to step the left foot back this time. Take the left arm back, so we're in dancer's pose right here if you need. Maybe lifting the back leg, maybe bending the heel, catching the foot. Any expression, you're here for 3 to 4 breaths. And really breathe. Again, taking in every part of the pose. If you fall out, embracing that as well. Three, 2, and on 1. Slowly coming back up, releasing the shape. Arms by your side, take an inhale. Take your exhale. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. Bringing your hands to your heart. I have a few options for you guys. We're going to move into a few flows. You can follow along with me. But if you know flows are like upward, downward dog, a little bit of arm strengthening aren't your thing. I want you to just either sit, breathe, or come into child's pose, okay? All right. If you're not sure what child's pose is, it's on your knees. Okay, resting your head on your hands, folding forward. All right. So, on your inhale breath, everyone, we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, we're forward folding. Inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, take your hands down to the mat, and you're going to step yourself back to a high plank. Okay, we're going to do a few variations. So first variation, knees can come down, elbows in, we're lowering all the way to our bellies. On your inhale, take a little lift, baby cobra. And on your exhale, use your knees, and we're coming back to child's pose. All right? Okay. From here, option to go to downward facing dog. And we're working from here. So inhaling, coming forward. Another option, knees down, elbows, and we lower just a bit of the way. Inhaling to lift, upward dog, maybe knees lift. Knees can also be down with bent elbows. Use the knees, transitioning through child's pose or back to downward dog. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale, coming forward. Last variation, elbows in, lower part of the way. Inhale, upward facing, knees lifted, hands pressing into the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more on your own, and I'll run through those variations again. Inhaling forward, exhaling knees up or down as you lower. Inhaling, lifting any amount that's good for you. Exhaling, child's pose or downward facing dog. Inhale forward, knees up or down, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. And our last time, breathing in to come forward, breathing out and down, breathing in and up, and breathing out and back. We'll take 3 breaths in downward dog or child's pose. Engage your hands. Root the heels of the feet towards the wall behind you. Engage your low belly. But I like to think of my back muscles drawing together in the middle of my back to create a little bit of space between my ears and my shoulders, but not forcing it. Okay, guys, child's pose to rest before we transition to yin. So knees down, forehead to your mat. If that's too far, make some fists. We'll take 2 or 3 breaths. And as you breathe here and settle and shift into this transition, once again tuning into your feelings in this moment. You don't have to feel a specific way. I'm just asking that you tune into whatever it is that you're experiencing and just making space for that experience, good, bad, somewhere in between. Just holding yourself, your emotions, your bodily sensations in this very moment. And slowly bringing yourself up. You may at this time want to grab a sweater. I'm going to pull all of my cushions a bit closer to me. Okay, and I'm going to pop up really quickly and grab my sweater. I encourage you to do the same. Okay, and then we're going to come to sit on our buttocks. And we're going to move into a gentle roll down. So, toes facing forward. If you're thinking, I'm not doing this roll down, that's fine, just lie down. Okay? So, fingertips forward, take a breath in. And on your exhale, roll yourself all the way down onto your back. I'm just going to make sure I'm in the frame. Okay, good. So we're moving into floor tree, because I love myself a tree pose, or half butterfly. Bend your right knee, everyone. Interlace your hands on your right shin. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the right knee in and towards the chest. We'll do one more in. Exhale. And then from this wind relieving pose, we're just going to let the knee move to the right. Don't worry about hiking the foot, none of that. Just place the foot along your left inner thigh, no pressure, and take your arms into a cactus shape. If this knee is sensitive, it's a great time for a cushion under that knee. And we're here for about 5 to 10 breaths. So shifting gears from our active practice towards the parts of ourselves that need rest, that need stillness. And sometimes we don't have time for that, so especially in our busy homes, if there's a lot going around you, still that's okay. Not trying to force yourself into some kind of blissful state. Allow the sounds, the noise, the children, the everything just to be going on around you. If someone's interrupting you, let them interrupt you, and then just come back and breathe into the practice. Again, we're making space at home for whatever is showing up. If you're in a quiet space, enjoying that quiet space. If you're with your partner, just sensing their presence with you as you're in this pose. If you're by yourself, if you're alone, holding yourself, noticing the sensations in your body, if there's any feelings there, knowing you're practicing with others, even if you can't see them. Okay, and then lifting your right knee up, interlacing your hands on your right shin. Once again, take a breath in. On your breath out, we're going to take this right leg over towards the left. So we're just going to twist our right leg over to the left. And you may need a cushion underneath your left leg here. We're here for about, again, another few minutes. Breathing. If this twist is a bit too much on your back, sometimes I find it's a lot, see the leg that's straight, your left leg, just bring that knee bent as well and stack your knees on top of each other. That's a really great twist as well. I'm actually going to do that because I enjoy it so much. So choose your own twist. Those of you who are experienced in the practice, find depth if you want, or find a stacked pose with props. And then one good thing to do if your mind's active is just notice where you feel the pose. Without pushing or forcing, just allow the pose to take shape. So yin is about releasing the muscular engagement and just allowing the pose to be the pose and allowing the muscles to relax and allowing the body to just do its work. And your work then is observing your need sometimes to force the shape. We all do it, it's okay. But if you can, just letting the shape be the shape. Letting your breath fill the areas of tightness or tension you may be experiencing. Or the opposite, if there's a lot of freedom in the shape, breathing into that, enjoying that. Okay, we're going to change. So if you're looking in one direction, look up to the ceiling, bring your legs back up to center slowly. We feel a lot when we hold poses for a while. So again, especially in yin, the moment between poses are of equal importance to the moments in poses. Pause, feel into that release. And now we're going into half butterfly or tree pose on the other side. So we're going to straighten our right leg. Let your left, or actually we'll do it when we're leaving first. Interlace your hands on your left shin. Take a breath in. Exhale, guide the thigh in and towards your belly. Breathing in. Breathing out. In and out. And go ahead and place your left foot on the floor. Allow the left knee to open to the left. You can put something underneath your left thigh if there's any knee pain or tension or you just like it. Go ahead and do that. Arms are in a cactus position, which just means they're bent elbows by your side, giving your chest a bit of space. And now just becoming aware of your hips, of any differences from side to side. Trying to let go of any judgment around those differences. Okay, from here, everyone, just staying for another 3 breaths, and as you breathe into the closing of this pose, just releasing or having the intention to release anything that you may no longer need. And you don't need to know what that might be, but just allowing that intention of letting go. Let's bring the left knee up now. Slowly interlace your hands on that left shin again. Keep your right hand on your left leg, left arm goes to the left, and then twist across. Again, some people love this shape. They put stuff underneath that top leg. Your option is to just bring the knees towards one another, which I like. Up to you. I'm going to take this cushion and put it between my legs because that's really juicy for me. I think I feel my spaghetti sauce by my foot. It's the beauty of practicing together in our living rooms, wherever we are. The humility of the practice, embracing the practice is something that can really be accessed anywhere. So again, just a gentle reminder to avoid forcing or pushing the pose. Seeing if you can relax the muscles in your left leg and your right leg. Seeing if you can relax the muscles in your left arm and your right arm. Releasing your jaw. Let your eyes settle back towards your ears. We're going to gently begin to prepare our bodies for a transition. Take a moment to engage your belly muscles and release any props. On your inhale breath, gently bring the legs back to center. Knees can stay bent, and we pause at center. You can bring your knees towards one another if you'd like. Allow yourself a breath in and a breath out. 2 more. Inhaling, noticing your belly and your chest as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, okay, we're going to take our time and bring our bottom of our feet together for full cobbler's pose. Something can be underneath the knees. Arms can be in cactus or left hand to chest, right hand to belly. If this shape doesn't feel good for you, knees together, feet apart. More of a closed shape. But either or is great. Either or is fine. I'm choosing left hand to chest, right hand to belly. Some of you may prefer cactus. Let's take 10 to 15 breaths. And if you are able to, if you're able to focus on your hips as you breathe, maybe send the breath down in and towards your hips. Especially during this time, and for myself in general, if you are a person that uses their head a lot, they think a lot, analyze a lot, we get stuck up there. So the challenge in this shape is to drop away from the thoughts and redirect that focus maybe towards the hips. Yoga, mindfulness, meditation is a practice. Like anything else, like building any muscle, we have to practice getting still. We have to practice getting out of our heads. And part of that practice means accepting the days where we can't, the days where it's too hard. So wherever you are on that spectrum, we have about 5 more breaths. In quiet, just being with wherever you're at, catching your mind and bringing your attention back towards your breathing. Okay, and then very slowly releasing your arms, taking your hands underneath your thighs, bringing your knees towards one another. We're going to straighten the legs for a moment. Allow yourself a breath in. This is relaxation pose or shavasana. We're going to take our right arm alongside our right ear, bend your knees, roll yourself to the right, and we're going to roll all the way onto our bellies for Sphinx pose. So Sphinx is elbows underneath the shoulders, legs are straight. Neck can be relaxed. We're not holding for 5 minutes or anything, so just allow your elbows to come back, or like you're tractioning your elbows back so that your shoulders and chest can pull forward, and then relax that. You don't have to do that anymore. Some people like their chin down. Some people like their neck in neutral. Some people like a block or something under their heads. You can do that as well. So our focus here in the pose is just noticing our low back, allowing that natural arch in our low back, just kind of breathing into that. If there's low back pain, sometimes I feel engaging your low belly muscles can help. Or if you need to avoid this pose, you can come down a little lower, and then you're still honoring the arch in your back, but releasing the pressure there. And that's really important. If you have any disc issues in your low back, then just lie on your hands and let your back be neutral. Okay. 2 more breaths. All right, everyone, let's take our time, find neutral. So we're going to lower down onto our hands, pause here. And then in your time, our backs are all a bit different. You're going to take maybe 3 to 4 breaths. We're transitioning back to child's pose. So if you need to just lie on your belly for a bit, go ahead. When you're ready, you're going to just come back up onto your knees. You're going to bring your big toes to touch, your knees wide. Maybe some of y'all want a bit of a cushion underneath you. We're going to lie down, child's pose. So I love this pose because of the stretch I get in my low back and my thighs. For some people, this is a lot of pressure through the front of your shins and your ankles, especially if you're new, you're someone joining, your partner maybe, you have never done it. If that's the case, there's a lot of pain here. I want you to bring some weight forward. You can put something underneath your buttock, or you can sit on your bum and just fold your body forward. You're still going to get a stretch through your back. Okay, so that's sitting on your bum, straightening your legs, and folding forward if being on your knees is no good for you. 7 more breaths, everyone. Notice your body rising and falling with your breath. Notice your body temperature. Okay, take your time, guys. If your face was in one direction, just bringing it back to center, pressing yourself up, and we're going to come to seated. So in seated, we're going to move into straighten your legs for a moment. Actually, let's give them a bit of a break. Pause. Again, that moment of pause between poses. And we're going to move into my favorite, if you practice with me a lot, you know, is deer pose. So we're going to bend the left knee, bend the right knee. It's kind of like this, and it's sort of like a side saddle, front foot flexed. Now, some of you love just folding forward, hanging out. That's fine. But you know me, I'm a comfy gal. So I'm going to bring my big cushions right beside me, and I'm going to fold my body on top of them and relax here. Okay, so either of those options are fine. If folding forward doesn't feel really good, you can sit upright in this pose. You can also thread the needle, okay, which is just ankle across. Or if you're seated up now, you're already in a chair or something, your kids got you going, you can sit on a chair, just cross right ankle on top of left like this in a chair and fold forward, okay? Lots of choice. So we're here for about 10 breaths. I might forget about you guys here because I just love this pose so much. But I encourage you to breathe into that right hip. Breathe into your back. Stay connected with whatever it is your body is experiencing. You have about 3 more breaths. These 3 breaths, if you noticed yourself forcing the pose, see if you can just release and relax, let the pose take shape. Last inhale. Full exhale. And then very gently start to use your hands, press yourself back up. Stay where you are. Left hand to the outside. Let me move my cushions to the outside of your left leg. Right fingertips like a tent out to the side. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out, just looking towards your right. Oh, I love this one. Okay, and we'll change. So slow with this, straightening the leg. Good. And we'll switch sides. So left foot bends, right knee bends. Remember the options: lying down, thread the needle. If you're seated on a chair, then just right ankle across the left thigh, left ankle across the right thigh. Fold. Some of you are just going to fold forward. If you are a comfort gal like me, you're going to bring all your prompts and you are going to fold. So the hips store a lot of emotion. If you practice regularly, you know this. And I like using props because, again, the hips are sensitive, and if you need to support yourself, if you're feeling a little too much through the hips, having that support underneath your body just sends a bit of a cue to your nervous system that, hey, you're supported and it's safer, maybe not safe, but safer to explore that area of your body. So I encourage props all the time. I think that they really highlight and deepen and enrich this practice. Okay, guys, 3 more breaths. On these 3 breaths, if you noticed yourself tensing, just seeing if you can support your body with those 3 breaths. Maybe taking this last breath through the mouth. So inhaling, exhale through the mouth, and then gently bringing yourself back up. We'll take I'll just push this out of the way. Take our right hand to the outside of our left thigh. Left fingertips like a tent behind you or off to the side. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out into your twist. And then slowly coming back to center. Releasing your legs forward, giving them a bit of a shake. And we're going to prepare for our final rest pose, Shavasana. So I'm going to show you this, but then I'm going to sit up and talk you through a guided meditation for our final pose. And the way that you can set up, you have a few options. So if it's busy around you, maybe you just want to sit up and listen in a chair or something like that. If you're able to, you have this space. You're going to put a cushion or two cushions ideally underneath your knees, a light cushion underneath your head, and then take a good old blanket and just cover yourself up. We go into bed, okay? So, like this, palms facing open. If this is new or it doesn't feel comfortable, you can bend your knees, you can lie on your side. If you're pregnant, even if you're not pregnant, you just want to lie on your side. Any comfortable rest pose anything that allows your body to rest and to settle at this time.